Okay, we're going to watch a couple things on Amanda. First of all, her breakout. She's got a shallow push-off on this particular length. Separates the hands. You can see how close she is to the surface of the water as she starts this first stroke. Keeps the head down and drives the head directly over the surface. So a lot of the head comes out, so the difference between a breathing and a non-breathing stroke are fairly little. There's not a lot of difference between the two. And the first stroke, again, the face nearly comes out, but it does stay down. The first breath, she starts to lift her head, and the chin is very close to the surface of the water, so she's just scraping directly forward, and the face goes down into the water before the hands hit. So she's leading the hands into the water with the head, and the hands have a very soft touch on the water, and you can see that they just scrape over the surface until they reach the entry point, and then they drive forward. Well, you'll notice from Amanda, because she's a very fast butterflyer, there's not a lot of hip undulation, so it's not overly pressed up, and we never see the feet come above the surface of the water. So we see a lot of age group swimmers that will try to really drive from the back, and you can see that Amanda allows the feet to follow in a natural flowing motion rather than overkick the stroke. And that way the kick doesn't get in the way of what she's trying to do to maintain that flow. Again, on the breakout, we can watch the subtlety of her hands as she breaks from the streamline into a little bit of a released position, which gives a little bit more flexibility for her undulation through the head and the chest. Not as locked up, and just watch how the hands subtly turn to make that connection for the first stroke. Again, driving the head directly forward in a very soft hand entry, and you can see how the hands turn from this catch to extended position to then get into the catch on the first pull. Chin is very low, and she stays fairly close to the surface at all times. This allows her to have a high rate of stroke, a high stroke rate, while still maintaining a complete stroke.